We're going to talk a little bit about boxwoods. So boxwoods, many different shapes, sizes. You know, some are pyramidal, some grow more like that, some are rounded. These are some nice boxwoods here. You can see there's a little bit of brown edging on some of these. That was just because they got a little cleanup prune a little later in the season than they probably should have. So they have you get a little bit of white edge to them in some of the spots. These here don't actually have any bronzing on them, but I want to talk a little bit about bronzing. Bronzing out of a boxwood has a lot to do with its conditional situation, where they are, where they're growing, if they're under trees, that kind of stuff. There's two main factors that contribute to bronzing. One is if they were under a lot of shade and trees and things like that, and then started to get more sun as the leaves fell off the trees and things like that, your boxwoods will start getting more light, and you get kind of a sunburn type effect as they're doing their process and creating the sugars and stuff that they need, so the plants to actually still do some work in the wintertime, even though most of the plants are dormant at this time of year. There is some water and moisture moving through the plant as you get breezes across it, things like that. Another contributing factor to boxwood bronzing is low moisture content in the soil before you go into the first freezes of the winter. You can actually cause basically a void of what you're drawing out of the plant, and then there's nothing left in the ground to supplement what's being drawn into the plant itself, and you can get a bronzing effect that just would turn this entire section or the entire plant into a copper colored shrub. So it does look a little bit sickly. Most spring times, as things grow, as moisture gets back into the soil, as the leaves come out of the trees, it gets back into the realm that it needs to be, outgrows the bronzing, and you'll still see some of it for a while, and the coloration will start changing back to normal. However, there are instances where the bronzing is just too far along, and you'll see the damage for a while until it either outgrows itself or the plant itself may have failed. So any pruning that you do for boxwoods to eliminate browning or dieback and things like that, I would wait until the new growth starts to come out in the springtime, because you want to make sure that you're not cutting out viable material that you could get growth from and overgrow the areas that were damaged from the bronzing or the winter burn and trimming.